Ah, okay. Again, welcome to the last official call. We are going to have a check-in call just to kind of see how you're all doing, and I'm going to keep the group open for the post retrograde shadow period, and that finishes on December the 17th. Venus actually reaches the point where she turned retrograde again. So we'll keep the book. I do feel like this has been really intense for all of us. And I just published my Medium post today, and I've closed the page. But I did notice that we have Mercury, so we have Venus stationed. She's officially direct now, as of 6 a.m. this morning. But of course, she's really just stationed all day from our perspective. Okay, sure, I can stand up to show the. Well, I'll stand. There you go. And my arms. I got it from a charity shop. I was in the Utah equivalent of the Goodwill, and there it was. It just jumped at me on the. I'm not a shiny person normally at all. I hate shine generally, but this is just me. I love this. It was made in Bahrain. It's actually really well made. It's gorgeous. But anyway, so I was writing my post this morning, and Mercury is retrograde until and don't get all tied up about the Mercury retrograde. It's going to be intense, but it's got some really big messages for us. So I've just posted it on Medium. I will copy it everywhere, and in fact, I'll copy this post in the group. But December the 6th, Mercury will turn direct, and on that same day, Ceres, who has been doing the dance, I'm not going to repeat everything we've been through, will be at. So if you remember, Venus turned. I'm just going to mute everybody. Venus turned retrograde on 10 degrees and 50 minutes of Scorpio. When Mercury has dipped back into Scorpio and turns direct on December the 6th, Ceres will be at. I'm just going to pin my video. Will be at 10 degrees and 48 minutes of Scorpio. So, I already said that Ceres is part of this Venus dance. Unconditional love, forgiveness, grief, her themes. It's never any coincidence how things happen. That Venus has stationed direct on the same day that Mercury is turning retrograde. We're now kind of being asked to mentally kind of go over all the lessons learned, I believe. Anyway, before we really start, Laurie, did you have something to say? Because you unmuted yourself again. So maybe not. So if anybody has anything they would like to share, I would like to get on, and you're all good. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. I'm just going to mute everybody officially from my end. Because today I do want to just spend time really in kind of ceremony, whatever you want to call it, in kind of integrating. So I'd like you all to get comfortable while I finish speaking. You should all be, hopefully you've all managed to do the dismemberment journey, even if you haven't shared. So we're just going to assume that you have. But if you haven't, just do this anyway, and you can still do everything again. You've got the recordings. You can go back. You can get a drum track off YouTube. Oh, awesome, Rose. Good. Yeah, maybe I didn't make it clear enough that we kind of get remembered after dismemberment, but I apologize for that. But the good thing is you can always go and complete them. So it's not like you have to remain in kind of limbo. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to take you through a guided meditation, a fairly quick one, but you should all be waiting at the bottom gate of the underworld, ready for the climb back up. And then when we get to the top, just through the first gate, I'm going to lead you into a journey. But I'm going to explain the journey now so that after I finish speaking, I can start the drum track and you can move into it. Now I'm going to do a 20-minute journey after the guided meditation through the gates. And it's called a transmutation journey. So I don't start doing it yet, just listen. Once you've passed through the first gate, I want you to just stand still and then journey just with the drumming. Just start where you are this time in the meditation. Call in your guided spirits, your guides, your spirits and everything to where you are rather than you going to anywhere else. I want you to see the light of the world coming out of the underworld. Just witness it, and feel the light coming into you. A transmutation journey is transmuting you into your light body. So over the 20 minutes, I want you to feel brilliant, bright white coming in and really filling every pore, every cell, every bit of bone, every bit of your body until you are transmuted into complete light. Now, this is different to being burned off like you rose in your journey. This is not kind of the fire of the phoenix. This is really transmutation. Okay, and before I forget, I did want to tell you that Sandra Ingerman, who I'm always plugging, has a free app called the Transmutation app, which is a lovely little app to keep you in this space. So maybe I'll find the link for that and post that in the group. But it's just called Transmutation. But transmutation into light, you are going to feel yourself in your light body so that you can go out of the underworld into this morning warrior Venus filled with light. The light has pushed out pushing out any remaining crap that hasn't been burned off or dismembered or whatever. Feel it just pushing out everything, every bit of misplaced energy, every bit of limiting belief, everything that's holding you back. Feel that light, that white, bright light filling every single bit of you. And then on the call back at the end of the drumming, I want you to just picture yourself walking back out into the world. Sorry, I get emotional just thinking about this. And ready to shine your light on everybody else after you've been transformed on this journey in whatever way has come up for you, where you're ready to shine your light. Not everybody's shared, but for Laurie, it's her writing. She's actually going to dive back into that. But, to be able to create the life we want or create what we want in our life, we have to shine our light. So this transmutation journey, I don't think we did this in the last Venus retrograde. This kind of just came. This is why I hurried back through to the dismemberment on last week's call, because I was got this big knock on the head saying this is how this class has to formally end. So Yeah, I'm going to guide. Yeah, I'm going to do the guided meditation through the gates, and then once you're through the first gate, I'll turn the drumming on. And no, you've already gone through the gates after in the meditation. The journey is just the transmutation after the guided meditation. Okay, kind of like I guided you in the brief meditations down through the gates. So sit back, everybody, both feet on the ground. And close your eyes. Make sure you're really comfortable, because this is going to take, a good 30 minutes. And then breathe out with that soft R 3 times. And just allow your breath to come back in. I'm turning off my video so it's less distractions. And I want to picture you. I want you to picture yourself where you left off at the end of your dismemberment journey, ready to go back through the gates. And we're going to go through them fairly quickly so that we can get on to the journey, the transmutation journey. So as you are prepared, each of the gates is actually open. The gatekeeper's not there. You have a choice in how you do it. So as you come to the 7th gate, this is where you left your breechcloth or whatever it looked like for you, covering your root chakra. Pick it up. It may have changed. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's changed. Take note of what it looks like. Every detail, how it's changed, will reflect how you have changed. And put it back on. At the 6th gate, you come across your lapis measuring rod and line, which represents your will and was at the level of your genitals. And again, it's going to look different. Take note of it. As you pick every item up, are they shinier? Are they more grounded? They will look different. Everyone's is going to look different. Just make a mental note as you pick them up. At the 5th gate, there's your golden hip girdle, or whatever it looked like for you, that represents your ego. You're picking your ego back up to take it out into the world, because you cannot exist without your ego. But it's going to look different again. What does it look like? How does it feel now? At the 4th gate, there lies the breastplate saying, "Come, man, come." But again, this is your emotional heart or your heart chakra, and it's going to look different and feel different than when you put it down, because you are completely transformed. And at the 3rd gate, there's a double strand of beads necklace, which is your throat chakra, your voice, your illumination. How are you going to express yourself differently? How does it feel different than just that short time ago when you left it at that 3rd gate? And at the 2nd gate, there's some small lapis bead earrings. Your 3rd eye, your sense of magic, your ability to manifest. Now, how do they look different? Are they bigger, smaller? Do they feel different? Are they dangly where they were not before? Are they studs where they were dangly before? They're going to have changed again because your sense of magic and ability to manifest shifted dramatically during this journey. And then at the first gate, there's your crown, your connection to heaven, and representing your crown chakra. Finally, put that on your head and feel how it feels different, see how it looks different. Is it plainer? Is it more shiny? Is it now bejeweled? Or was it bejeweled before and now they no longer represents you? And is it now a crown of thorns or a crown of flowers? It just, whatever shows up for you. Look at this. And as you go through, just stand with all your adornments or trappings of the outer world back on you in their new shape and their new representation. And then stand there and feel into the drumming when I started. Call in your guides, call them to you there, and feel the light fill you, ready to emerge from the underworld, fully transmuted. Excuse me, it started halfway through for some reason. Here we Okay, whoop. Okay, I'm gonna ask you all how you feel after that. Anybody's like prepared to share? Amazing, Lorraine said. Awesome. Fabulous. You know, I'm just going to stay here for a few more minutes in case anybody wants to share anything. But really, you know, the journey. Oh, tears again. Is complete. Lighter, brighter, vibrant, confident, better than myself. I was poorly. Oh, well. Yeah, go on then. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll share.
Cool.
So during the meditation, starting at the bottom, everything that I put on was white, cotton, and my crown was a white veil, white cotton veil, with a weaved headband holding my veil with markings on it. And as I stepped out into the world, my guides were there, Spider, Bear, and Cougar. And they walked with me, and as I was walking, I started to fly. And I was in the shape, still dressed in all white. I was kind of like a stingray flying over the earth with them on my wings. And I could feel the earth being alive, being like an entity, being like a person. And my heart was open with love. And we just flew around the earth, feeling every part of her, feeling how alive she was, what a personality she was, and that I was her and she was me, and we were all the same. And I kept going around and around, just flying, soaring through the air. And then Venus showed up, and it was like she's my sister. I'm the earth and Venus is my sister, and I felt so much love for her.
Oh, Lord.
And we uh, uh, just kind of connected. And then Mercury came, and this is my brother. And we were all sort of in an embrace, and then they parted, and there was the sun. And it wasn't the sun, it was our sun.
Mm.
And I just flew right into the sun and was bright as the sun. And I just flew into the sun and up, and I was the sun. I was shining. And I came back around, and me as the earth and Venus and Mercury and the sun just embraced. My heart was wide open. I just could feel so much love. And they were like, well, let's do it again. And so they parted, and I flew into the sun, and I was bright. And the whole time it was just so filled with love and so much support with Venus and Mercury and the sun. It was like we were one. We were one, and it was just amazing.
Oh, I'm in tears. Because that's how I feel, and it's very much in alignment with what I've kind of written on my blog post today as well. So just wow. Just wow, thank you. Thank you for sharing. And try and hold on to that, or keep this recording and listen to it when you feel yourself losing that feeling, or do transmutation journeys again, because we need that feeling. We need the world needs that. So
That's why I wanted to share, because I tried to write it down and there was almost no words for it.
yeah.
So I think expressing it out loud helps, and I would encourage everybody to express their journey, because it makes it more tangible.
Yeah. Yeah. So if anybody else would like to, or you can, if you're not kind of feeling like you are able to right now, maybe if expressing it verbally does, go to that vocaroo.com that I used for your audios, vocaroo.com. It's free, it's so easy to use. You can record an audio, you can record it just for yourself to listen to, or you can share it with us, whichever you feel called to do. I'd love to hear them, but I understand some people want to keep it private. But anybody else want to share? I know Laurie had to go, so you may not be able to. Yeah. Angela says, can't speak right now, but similarly, it was so much love. And the dark that I've been experiencing of late was shown to be light, if you know what I mean. Very helpful and beautiful all around. Yeah. Well, we have to shine the light into the dark, That's why I wanted you to all kind of finish this in your light bodies. Yeah, beautiful. So I'm gonna leave it there. This is why I did all your recordings separately. I just wanted this to be focused on this, and I'm kind of a big puddly mess. From feeling, I could feel you all. I obviously did. I never do the journey while you're all doing it, but now, because the only time I ever tried that, there was like technical problems and nobody could hear the drum track, and so I try and stay a little bit alert. Okay, no, share, Joni, share, please. So much love. And hi, go ahead, Joni. Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Or did you want to? Were you about to say something?
I was just about to say, you know, if all of you could share in your group while you're in the high, kind of your experience of this class. I'm going to be saving your comments to use in May 2020. So, okay, go ahead.
I guess the part that I felt called to share about was as I was journeying through the meditation, I guess, and going back through the gates and picking up the items and how different they were. Previously, they were mostly, metals and heavy and dense, and on this time they were soft. They were cloth. They were there was like leather, which was more breathable or more soft, and versus the metal, and my crown. It was funny. It was like right before you said crown of flowers, I had already saw that I was wearing a crown of flowers. And that, just like the word soft was really coming through to me, and which is not something that I've previously identified with. And it was like this playful light. Not to say that I lost any of the qualities that I've, identified with as fighter warriors, but there was just a softer, tender part, and the light shining through was just it was really healing. It was really beautiful. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for sharing. Oh. Mm-hmm. And when I'd like you all to go and drink lots of water, go and kind of maybe go and sit outside if you can, touch a tree, just reconnect, bring yourself back, but don't lose this feeling. And if more bits feel like they need sharing in the group, please share them, because and Yasmin says, can't thank you enough for walking with me like a Venus satellite on Earth, Louise. It's been a privileged journey. I feel so clear and at one with myself. Million times thank you. I want to thank all of you for trusting me and for trusting the journey. And I'm going to go and be a puddle. I'm going to go and eat some dark chocolate to ground me, and I'm going to take my own advice, and I'm going to go and do the transmutation journey myself as well. So, big hug to all of you too. Thank you. Love you guys.